So yeah, in case you couldn't tell already, I kinda like arcade games. I don't know, going to the places, playing games, it's a neat thing. I enjoy doing it. Why am I in a car, you ask? Don't worry, I'll explain it soon. Probably. Yeah, so while the arcade locations, near locally, they're fine. I can get some fun out of them. The best place to go is the seaside arcades because they can't really afford to get rid of their old games when they get new ones in. So you get lots more old games, and I like old games. So in the summer, I was already at this place, kind of near Great Yarmouth in the UK. It was called Wild Duck, run by Haven. It had its own little arcade, which actually was pretty good. But we were also going to be going to Great Yarmouth itself. I was like, should probably film some of the stuff and document it. And later on I was also going to Norwich, so let's do that as well. Yes, let's go, let's do the thing. So, that's day one, I think. I don't know really how I'm going to do things, but yeah, I went to the arcade at the place. They had much more than listed on the Xenia Sci Vanisher. They had Dead Heat, which is pretty fun, MotoGP, which I haven't played, Injustice Arcade, which I also didn't play, but I've heard mixed things. But I did, however, play Animal Kaiser. This is the first time I've ever played Animal Kaiser. It's really neat. I like it. It hurts your freaking back to play, but I like it. I think it's fun. It's great for kids. I'm not a kid, but I like it anyway. And the cards are pretty high quality. They're nice and thingy. It's not fun to scan them. I just like cards, to be honest. Even if the game's but if it gives me cards, then I'm all happy. And it's run by like Namco, so it's like it has like this Pac-Man card with recycled Smash artwork. It's like Sega Prize Zone. You top up the card, but it's better than Sega because you can top it up with however much you want, just cash or whatever. And there's no human interaction, so that's great. Yeah, that's it for today. I need to go and sleep. And then the day after that, I was off to Great Yarmouth itself, since this place wasn't technically in Great Yarmouth, it was slightly out, but whatever. This place I didn't really know what they'd have. I hoped they'd have something cool, and yeah, they did. They had quite a lot of cool things. Let's run through them. So the first location I ended up going to was Wellington Pier, and straight to the bowling alley portion at the back, which didn't have many games, but it had one I was specifically interested in, Battle Gear 3. Yes, Taito's Sim Racer, which was in an arcade, so it's like kind of Gran Turismo, but even then it has like only 4 tracks game. Yeah, they had it, and I played it. I'd already previously played Tokyo Road Race on the PS2, which is basically Battle Gear 2, and so to play the third game, I was expecting a bigger jump, honestly. It's basically just Battle Gear 2 again, but slightly better. But it was really novel to play it on the original cabinet. It still lets you use the NESca keys, and yeah, it's there, you can play it, it's great. The first player was initially turned off when I went there. Don't know if that's like a permanent thing or just when I was there. But I doubt many people are going to start playing this as their main racing game because of this location, but it was a fun novelty to play while it was there. However, what is in that main pier bit? Well, they had like the basic essentials, you have your Mario Kart DX that had this weird bootleg marquee, like giant thing above it. That was kind of neat. They had Dancing Stage Euromix 2 and Euromix 1 with their own display. Don't know why they did never upgrade past Euromixes, but whatever, that's what the places did, I guess. Euromix 1, I heard bad things, and it's Euromix 1, so I didn't play it. Euromix 2, you couldn't really see what you were doing. The left arrow was cut off due to a wonky LCD replacement, so yeah, I didn't really have fun with it. However, things weren't completely bad. They had Sega Rally 2. It worked, it was pretty decent. The chairs were really up close to the cab, so it was quite hard on your knees, but I think that's just a thing with the cabs? I don't know. The coolest thing they had here was Virtua Striker 3. Yes, they actually had a joystick game in a Megalo, like a Naomi 2, just out in the wild at a seaside place with joysticks and buttons and no tickets. What the heck? Yeah, it's a real shame that this otherwise fine cab setup, with the Naomi stuff, it's a shame it was wasted on Virtua Striker. I would have preferred Virtua Tennis, to be honest. That series is great, but Virtua Striker, I put in one credit just for the fact it's a joystick. It's a football game. It's like FIFA, but with less fluid movement, but you're still just as confused as what the hell's going on. But hey, for anyone who likes the Virtua Striker series, head on down to Great Yarmouth. They're gonna get you covered. From there, I decided to walk further down to the other arcades that weren't directly by the beach, but instead on the road, whatever. The most interesting game they had at this first place was Final Furlong 2. The horse game, which like they had at Trader Mills, which I never played, but like you kind of see it in arcades, and I don't know why, because like it's always in Japanese and I don't ever see anyone play it, but like they had it. It wasn't working. One of the cabs seemingly was switched off, which caused the other one to fail to boot, so don't know if it's always like that, but if it is, that kind of sucks. They also had the obvious Grid Deluxe Cab, Superbikes 2, that weird simulator thing, and Daytona Championship USA. I don't think Daytona Championship USA is amazing, but it's pretty neat to see. However, as we'll find out later on, there's not really much reason to play it. Also, in the Mint, they had basically no games except Mario Kart DX, and they couldn't even be bothered to set up the marquee, so the cabs look weird without it. Next up was Caesar's Palace, that's where I bought my Need for Speed cabinet, so it's kind of cool to see. They had a bunch of Fast and Furious-esses. Like, it looks like 8 in the clip, but it's just because of a mirror. It's actually 4. So, for the 2 people who like Fast and Furious arcade, here you go. They also had Euromix 1, but like with the weirdest LCD conversion I'd seen. I don't even know. It's like a giant TV just stuck on the cab. It kind of. I almost think it looks good, like I almost like the way it looks with the cab, but it looks so weird with the freaking Euromix 1 PS1 graphics. I don't know why arcades don't upgrade their cabinets. Like, there's Euromix 2, you can easily upgrade them to Extreme, but whatever, that's a rant for a different day. Also in Caesar's Palace, which I didn't record on camera because I didn't find it until later because I had it hidden away in a room, they had this room with a bunch of light gun shooters. They had Big Buck Wild. I don't know anyone who plays the Big Buck Hunter series in general, but they had it. They had Ghost Squad, which, no, it doesn't work with e-amusement cards. You have to have a Ghost Squad IC card, which I couldn't order before I went, so that sucks. They had Time Crisis 3 in not the deluxe cab, like a smaller one. It looked almost like a candy cabinet. I didn't play it, but they had House of the Dead 4, which, like every House of the Dead 4 cab in existence, didn't work. Also, one thing of note, Ghost Squad, the screen was super freaking blurry. If I hadn't played the game previously on the Wii, I'd probably have no clue what I was freaking doing, but I had, so it didn't really matter. And the best arcade in Great Yarmouth, essentially the only one you really should care about, is Gold Rush. This place is freaking great. Like, so they have all this set of racing games and things. You got MotoGP, because why not, but they have some like older global VR stuff like NASCAR Racing, Blazing Angels, and Need for Speed Carbon, which was the first time I'd ever played Carbon. After I'd ordered the cabinet. I was previously planning on converting the cabinet, but after playing Carbon here, I realised, hey, I actually quite like this game. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep my Need for Speed cab as Need for Speed. One thing of note that I found really cool about the cab was that it had a floor-mounted nitro switch. I didn't realise that was just a thing with all the Carbon cabs, but yeah, it had it. The gear shifters weren't really working, but the card readers were. It's pretty neat that there's still a cabinet with card readers, because as I said before, I freaking love card stuff. But that's not really the main things about Gold Rush, you know, that's just stuff I find neat. The main reason to go there, In the Groove! An ITG cab that exists. Yes, I know, how strange it must be. But yeah, so they'd got what appears to be a Supernova cab, done a screen conversion similar to in Caesar's Palace, but like, it's running ITG, and you can just do most of the songs that you want. Not all of them, because it only goes up to DDRX, and like, there's a song pack which has Smooch, so whatever. But it's really neat to see. It just has all the songs you'd want, unlike all the dancing stage mixes that exist. This was also a cab with memory card readers. Despite the fact that ITG said insert card, the PS1 memory cards, they didn't work, and there was also no USB slots. So if you wanted to use custom songs, sorry, that's not going to happen. So they had this Gallagher Assault. It didn't really matter much, but the joystick, the ball had come off. What the heck? And with Animal Cards, I noticed it had English text on it. It says scan card instead of the Japanese. And also, yeah, it's just they had more animal Kaiser cabs because of course they did. Great Yarmouth, like the animal Kaisers everywhere. It was great. I never managed to defeat the Mega Armadon thing and get the cards, so boo-hoo. I guess I should go and actually buy some cards on eBay and play it again at the Arcade Aylesbury or whatever. Next up, like way further up than everything else, there was this other pier, which actually was a pier, which they didn't have much, but they had only a couple of games, but those games were freaking Sega Rally and Daytona USA. Yeah, that was kind of really cool. I played on both the cabs. Sega Rally was LCD replacement, lots of texture corruption. Daytona USA, one of them was dead. Two of them, they all had different shifters. One of them had a blue tinted screen. Doesn't matter. It was still really fun to play. Also, the marquees are funky, so whatever. I don't know. I'm getting way too excited about arguably crap cabs. Like, you can go to Art of Gaming and you can probably get better Daytona stuff there, but whatever. I don't know. I think this stuff is cool in its natural environment. Okay. So the next day we were going to go to Norwich, and I was pretty excited for that because I knew that's where Retro Replay was. There was also Super Bowl, which had like Daytona Championship USA, and there was also like Cineworld or something that had Mario Kart Arcade Grand Prix 2. And I like Mario Kart Arcade Grand Prix 2. I think it's the best Mario Kart arcade game and possibly my favourite Mario Kart. So I get there, and Odeon, the cinema, is just shut. Like, just for that day, that was the worst part. I couldn't even see Mario Kart there. For all I know, the Ziv listing was just simply off. And I go to Super Bowl, and this was before bowling alleys were allowed to reopen in the UK. I don't know, maybe by the time you're watching this, they've shut again. So yeah, that was closed too, but like, I'm not missing out much. But Retro Replay, they'd said on their social media they were planning on reopening. They got all this new stuff. Literally, they reopened like a week later, so I just got to kind of go look at it. It looks really neat. They have the Sinclair thing. They have like a bunch of British-style upright cabs on like in the window. You look in, it's like look at all this cool stuff. There's like a bunch of upright driving cabs. There's a Sega Rally. There's some shooters like Point Blank, Time Crisis. It looks really neat. They even got some Need for Speed games. And so, I'd love to go there, but I don't live close enough to Norwich to be able to drive there, so I'm just kind of screwed. But if I do revisit it, I guess I'll shout it out in a video, or like comment on it again. So, yeah, that's about it. I didn't really go anywhere else. Well, I mean, I went to other places. So yeah, if you did actually enjoy watching this, then thanks. That's great. I'm trying to experiment more with my stuff. This particular video was done in the style of Ted's blogs. You probably don't know him, but they're good stuff. They're good reads. So I'll probably leave a link or something. Go read Ted's blogs. They're good stuff. If you want to see me doing more location overviews in the style of this video, or maybe in a different style, then, well, I probably won't be able to do them anytime soon. But who knows? Maybe sometime next year. Hopefully. So yeah, I'm not going to ask you to like or subscribe or something because I don't care. But if you know someone you'd think would like this video, then please share it. That's about all I have to say. Roll the end screen.